Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the Razer Seiren Mini. As you see, we have this right here, and we're going to be unboxing and reviewing this thing. Okay, so I need a new mic. My old mic right here, the Fine K669, I think, or maybe 669B, stopped working. This is a great mic, $35. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a really cheap mic for any applications, because it worked really well, but like the only thing is, like, it just stopped working. Like, I've used the Fine for every single one of my videos until now. Well, it just stopped working last week. It had some issues, like, throughout the past year. I put it away at one point, but I just needed a new mic, so I found the Razer Seiren Mini. I really like the look of it, and I thought I could take a look at it on the channel. This came out recently, and I think it was either October or November last year of 2020, and it looked like a really good mic, just from some of the stuff I'd seen, some of the videos of people looking at it. So actually, this was really convenient because I was like trying to think of make a video, and this arrived today. So this is typical Razer packaging. Everything's green. It's got this little tassel at the top, which most of the Razer stuff has. And I think I actually know how to open a Razer box now that I have unboxed a lot of things. So I actually already took off the peel for the box, but before you open it, I just want to sort of look some more at this box. It says right here it's compatible with XSplit Broadcaster and then Open Broadcaster software, which is obviously OBS. You may use it. Some of the best free software you can get, like professionals use it. Even though it's free, it's great software. That's what I use for all my videos. It says ultra precise super cardioid pickup pattern, professional recording quality. Well, let's take a look at that. And then there's an ultra compact build, which it really is. You guys will see how small this thing is here in a second. And on the back here, it's just sort of listing some of the stuff like plug and play with USB, heavy duty tilting stand, which I'll have to check out that stand, because I can see it's this right here. And then it says it's shock resistant, built-in shock mount. Yeah. So let's go ahead and open up this thing. So just opening this up, we have Razer's like just, you know, information. They have these in a lot of things where they have sort of saying like it's thank you for buying your product, sort of what this little sheet is, sort of cool, it's see-through like that. And then we just have like your normal manual with stickers. I'm gonna rate the stickers here. These are not the best stickers. My Razer Death Adder V2 that I have right over here, it came with some better stickers, but you know, pretty good stickers. I'm not here to rate the stickers, I'm here to rate the product. Put these aside and actually see what's in the box. So, some notes. As you can see, this is a USB cable for it. This plugs into the mic. It is micro USB, which is probably one downside of the mic. I would have preferred to have used, USB-C in 2020, because like we should have got past this by now, so that's definitely a con of this product. We'll have to see how that actually affects performance. And of course, it's their classic like flexible cable. That's one thing I really like the Death Adder Elite V2, is how flexible the cable was, and this is definitely a pretty flexible cable. It has that rubbery feel, and then their green connector, obviously. That's for the mic. And then right here we have a little adapter. Assume this is to put on a stand or a mic arm. Check that out. And then here I think is their stand. It's a pretty solid stand. It's only got like foam at the bottom. And then here is the actual mic. And one thing they are mentioning on the box is how small and compact this thing is. And it's like a giant pill. Look at that. Look at this. This is my hand. Look how that's a pretty small mic. I really like the the simple design of it. One thing I forgot to mention is that this mic comes in 3 colors. I got the black one, and it's the predecessor to the Razer Seiren X, which is $80, which compares nicely with this. But I think this one is a better mic for its price, just from some of the things I've heard about the Razer Seiren X. So, made out of plastic, which I guess is okay. Maybe like the Fine mic over here should have been made of like aluminum or something, some type of metal. But even when it's plastic, it doesn't like really feel like plastic. Like, it doesn't give any give. And right there's the indicator light, Razer logo, and it's pretty simple. Like, there's no look at the bottom. That's where you plug in the cable, but there's really nothing else, which which you can say like it's just a really simple microphone. Like that's sort of calling them maybe that there's not any like dials to turn up the sound. There's no dials to like turn up the sound or that kind of stuff. We can sort of review this further. So I guess this little adapter to put on the stand. So let me go ahead and move this box out of the way. I don't think there's anything else in there. Nope. So let's move everything over here. And actually put this mic on the stand. It's a pretty interesting stand. I have to move this to where it's facing me. Let me get that a little tighter. So, see this thing is, look at this is what it looks like. And it's pretty cool. This stand is adjustable, which is cool. It's a really nice feature of this, that it actually adjusts. If we look down here, we can see it adjusts like this. It's pretty stiff though. Like that's actually a good thing, because then we're not, we can move this easily. One thing I forgot to mention is one thing I didn't mention because I just didn't think it was the right time, was that another thing that you maybe consider as a downside is that it like doesn't have any like port to plug in a headphone. All it's got is the port to plug in that little cable here to use it, and I probably should have plugged that in before I put it on. There we go. And as you can see, it sort of just blends in, and you can plug this into your computer. So let's actually do some sound testing, since we've unboxed the mic now, and sort of see what does this mic sound like, because I've heard some really good things, but I have to actually prove those results for myself. Okay guys, as you can see, now I've got the mic on my mic arm, and it's a pretty small thing. Like, I was surprised when I first put this on, like how small this is. It's just like, it's almost like it's barely wider than the mic stand. This little green light is on. That is the indicator light, just say that it is on. So actually, this audio, if we forgot to mention, is this audio is being recorded using this mic right now. So this is sort of going to be the mic test portion of the video. So the first test we're going to do is just sort of a general test, like how it sounds far and close. So right now, as you can see, the mic is pretty close to my mouth. So we're just going to do a close mic test, and then we're going to do like a farther mic test. One more, if you were like, I would still do the arm, but it's sort of like simulate if you like had it on your desk. So right now I don't have a pop filter on. This one thing before I mentioned, so if things sound weird, that's just normal, and you need a pop filter for that kind of stuff. So let's see. So I'm just going to read some little text off the internet, so just random text can find. Okay, so William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist. So that was close, and now let's test it far away. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist. I didn't mention this before, but just moving this around and notice how much lighter this is than my old mic, and I'm even like holding my hand, just how light it was. So now that we've actually tested this, like, those two tests, let's just go ahead and test it. Let's go ahead and do like a keyboard test, because that's one thing that people might be using for typing your keyboard. You don't really want your keyboard to be heard. So right now, this is going to be testing the keyboard. It's going to be testing the keyboard close to my mouth, and then we're going to do one far away from my mouth. This is close. So now it's too far. So now that we've actually completed the audio test, we're going to listen to it, have it right here on this screen, and let's just go ahead and listen to what it sounds like. Let's go ahead and hit play. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist. So one thing I noticed just after listening to that first part there, I hadn't listened to the other part, is how like it sort of sounds smooth, if you know what I mean, like really smooth audio sound. I think that's really good. But it seems like it's not picking up like some of the. It just sounds like sort of like plain audio. Like it doesn't pick up some of like the it doesn't pick up some of the like the other detailed sounds that we're actually getting from this. But I just want to see like how it sounds close and far away. So let's just continue. Okay, so this is going to be the far away sound test. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist. So, from just listening to that real quick, that sounds a little bit quieter, but actually go back and sort of go over and see what it sounds like again, to sort of compare them. So I just listened to the close test again, and it really sounds like they sound like they sound pretty much the same. I mean, the close, having it closer, I think it sounds a little bit better. Because obviously far away, when it's gonna be quieter, and then you're gonna have to turn up the sound, and you're gonna hear a lot more. Just even like watching some other reviews, they said the same thing. Where like I can notice just listening is that it sounded quiet, like close, far away. And this is a really good time to mention this, since we're doing audio tests, is that they have no software for this, which is like a huge con for this mic. Like, software just allows you to, change levels and, EQ and that kind of stuff. And I don't get why they don't have any software. They technically do Razer Seiren 3. I actually installed that, and it only showed up my mouse from using on my mic. And even I've heard some things about how it doesn't really let you do anything except like turn up the volume, even in Razer Seiren. Razer Seiren is mostly just a device manager. So that's definitely a huge con here if you're worrying about like if you want to adjust that kind of stuff deeper, because most devices like keyboard, mice, webcams, and most of the mic, they have their own software that you can control stuff in. So this test that we're about to do is going to be the keyboard, the mic like up here, and then the keyboard down there. So the mic's gonna be close to mouth, and then like pretending like we're talking, and we're doing that. So let's go ahead and see what that is like. This is close. So just listening to that, it still picks it up. It's a little bit quiet, but the fact it's like better than some mics I've used, but it maybe could be a little better because it still picks up that sound, as you just heard there. It still picks up that keyboard sound that, like, if you were talking to someone and someone's typing, you could probably audibly hear that. So now let's see what it sounds like closer to the keyboard, so not too far. So that sounded pretty similar. The sounds that they had, like they both even closer to the keyboard. It may be a tiny bit louder closer to the keyboard, because obviously that's normal, because that's how sound works. But if it's closer, it's gonna be louder. But still, it's pretty quiet, which is, I think, is I know I said earlier it may not be, but now I'm listening to this more. It's like seems quieter and better. So that's I think. Like, even though you can still hear it, I think that's pretty good for a mic this price. That like you can, you can still hear the keyboard, but it's pretty quiet. So, what do I think about this mic? Should I recommend it or not? Okay, so let's just go ahead and talk about this. So, from the sound test, I think it sounds really good for the price. Smooth. It's pretty smooth, which I guess that sounds better than having maybe all these like rough details, all those little things, which is pretty good. It's sort of hard to convey, but as you can hear when we're recording this right now, how smooth the audio sounds. Maybe doesn't pick up the details, but that's okay. Which I think that smoothness is going to be good, because like you don't want it to hear the little like bangs or stuff, those little things. It just keeps it nice and smooth, keeps out all the background noise. Well, not all the background noise, but it just keeps out background noise pretty good. It's a really basic microphone. There's no dials, there's no like headphone input in the bottom of the mic. Like that's a con, but I think the fact that it sounds really good, like, it just outweighs that con. A lot of people would want those extra dials on there, like turn up and down the volume and that kind of stuff, and that can really be a disadvantage. Some people like to plug in their headphones, but you can always use third-party software for that. So If you just want a basic mic that works when you plug it in, then I would definitely recommend this mic. But like, I would definitely recommend this mic in any situation. But if you really are like, I need to have that adjustable thing where I can adjust the volume or plug in headphones into mic, or need actual software, because that's another con, then maybe this mic's not for you. But for most people, I think this is possibly the best mic under $50. It's so cheap, but it sounds so good for the price. Those mics, some of these mics that have been around forever are just like, we just need something newer, something better. Like, it would be good, because even though those mics are like, they're like 4 years old, they're still at the top of the charts. But if we could get something new like this mic that I really love because it's just the simple and compact design, then that would be really good. Even though there's some things I don't love about this mic that I was mentioning earlier in the review, I just think just how good it sounds outweighs the features, outweighs those cons. Like, if I could get a mic that's for this price that sounded this good and had all those features that you need, then yes, I would definitely take it. But I care more about sound quality, and you probably do too in mic, because that's the thing, at your budget mic, you want the best sound quality you can get, and that definitely hits that point. So for now, I think this would be one of the best mics out there for under $50. But if something came along that had those features that this one's missing, then I would definitely take it. But for now, I would definitely recommend this mic. So I hope this video helped maybe decide what mic you want to get, and just, you know, sort of view of this mic and whether you should get it or not. I think you should. And yeah. So thank you for watching. I will be using this mic from now on, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.